Hello. How y'all doing tonight? Sorry for the little delay. Hope y'all just rocked out for a little bit, until I stepped in. But thank y'all for being here. How y'all doing on this night? Let's give me one good. Hey, KS. Thank you for joining me tonight. Give me just one moment, and we gonna get to talking here. See, I done came out here inside the shed where there's other, you know, things that I ain't planning on taking care of tonight. Cause see, I didn't go out into the garden. I know none of that stuff today. I actually went out today and I had me a good time fellowship with some good old folks and everything today. So I got outside of my box today. And now I'm coming in here and I'm looking at some things that need to be changed around. So I'm like I'm multitasking here or something. Glad to hear your voice. Good. KS, you must have came in during the time when I was going through one of my situations. But I that lets me know, girl, you know you sound you in a much better place than what you used to be. But I just want to switch these couple of plants around, and then I want to get down to uh let's talk a little bit about some things that stress us out and how we can possibly switch that up. Some of the ways that we can grow. I seem to keep having like a little beeping situation come. Stop it, I say. Okay, hopefully that solves my problem. But the things that make us happy, the things that stress us out, how we growing, um, all of that good stuff. Wherever the conversation lead us to tonight, because tonight is one of them nights where I be feeling like I'm babbling on. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. This just is a talk night. Anybody got questions or anything? I know there's some people that's on here that's along with the growing of everything, because over here we believe in growing in all areas in your life, in your garden, in real life, whatever. We just match our garden over here with what we got going on in real life. And so we can see the manifestation of what it is that we trying to do. So that's, if you're interested in doing that, stay over here and chill with the high class gardeners over here, because that just means we don't mess around with snake, bugs, and worms. And that means in real life, those kinds of folks, we don't deal with them. So if you're interested in growing, we grow together over here. I'm not a professional or none of that stuff there. But I know some things, and I know y'all be knowing some things too. So then let's learn from each other. But let me switch these few plants around just for a second, and then we gonna be right back. I couldn't resist the urge to tell you, was there life after the pain? After the pain, you come and love me, and I welcome you. You're a glad sight to see, and I still can't explain how I can still love you like I do, but I do, yes I do. Still love you like I do. Ooh. No one's ever gonna love you like no one's ever gonna love you. I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming, y'all. Get over here messing with these plants. You know I told y'all your plants be talking to you. And they be like, they be screaming at you when they need something. So I'm trying to shift them out. The ones that's stretching out their wings, they want some sunlight. Okay, I ain't come out here to garden. Okay, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. Okay. I'm gonna leave that other stuff alone. Come over here and run my mouth now. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Okay, now let's get this. Hey y'all, how y'all doing tonight? So let me see where I'm going to start from. I haven't well, y'all already know I ain't been back out in the garden since the snake incident. So I really haven't seen what's going on out there and everything. Not that I'm running from the garden, because usually on Sunday morning I'm up and I'm live. Hey Savannah, how you doing? Good to see you in the house tonight. Usually on Sunday morning, I wake up and I do like a garden tour, walk around the garden, let everybody see what's going on. Our sunflower done all dried up, but y'all know we got a whole host of other ones coming up. So I don't be knowing what I'm going to talk about either on Sunday. I just get up. It's Life with Tashana. So whatever be happening on that day, then that's what we talk about. Last week I woke up and I felt like some tears or something. So, life be lifing over here. Wasn't nothing that serious. Us women can be very emotional sometimes, but nonetheless, we begin through. Let me see. Y'all don't even know if you start growing stuff. And I know I be hyping y'all up all the time about growing stuff. You don't even understand. Hey, Corinne. How are you tonight? You don't even understand like how excited I get to even be talking to people about growing. I was all out today at the baby shower, trying to that I feel like there's different types of manipulation, right? You can use manipulation for good, or you can use manipulation for bad. I kind of feel like sometimes like it's almost like manipulation, trying to get somebody into growing a garden or whatever. But I'm telling it from my perspective, but I know when I'm speaking about it, I'm honestly there trying to talk somebody into. I'm 100% sure that I want to encourage whoever I'm talking to. And when I tell you, your garden will match what you have going on in your life, I'm telling you, it will. It tell everything. It tell everything you need to know. You live with all men, hubby and son. They are extremely emotional, and it's a lot, LOL. man. You living in a house full of nothing but me and Jesus. All righty. You having fun, huh? Over here, it's just the opposite. It's all women and my husband. So I'm pretty sure he be wanting to climb up the wall or whatever over here with all these emotions and stuff all over the place over here. But hey, you can't live with us, and you sure as heck can't live without us. So, but Yeah. Now what else? What else was I saying? But yeah, in the morning, we things ain't been doing the same as these past couple of weeks. Why? Because it really ain't no routine. It's just whatever I get up and whatever I feel like doing at this point. But right now we got stuff everywhere. I'm scared. I'm even scared right now to go in the garden. How can we tie that to our real life? I'm scared to go out here in the garden. I'm scared because I'm scared what I'm gonna have to face when I go out. When I go out there. There are situations in my life that I'm definitely not afraid to face or know none of that stuff. But the snake is a different thing, and I know I inherited that from my mama, because my mama was real scared of snakes. So if you got kids and you say, if you see a spider, I'm terrified of spiders, right? If I see a spider and in front of my girls, my children, point blank period, if I'm screaming and hollering in front of them because I see a spider, I'm going to scare my kids and they're going to be afraid of it too. So my mama was really scared of snakes and everything. So it's like I'm running with my mom. I'm scared too. So and I've learned that over the years, and that's been something like my husband been able to like snap off of our kids, because our kids are not like scary like that. And he was the one that taught me. If the kids see you, they see you run from everything. He's like, bugs and all of that stuff, they gonna want to do it too. So my girls is definitely opposite of me. When he got one of my girls to be able to pick a frog up. And Shauna ain't doing none of that. But let me see what else I had to babble on today. I did tell y'all that I had a good time out, chilling with family today. What else? Y'all see these plants? Know these plants over here looking at me and saying whatever it is that they want to say. And really, your plants are talking to you. But I said, like, sometimes I feel like when I'm talking to somebody about gardening, I want them with every fiber of my being. I actually want them to be able to grow. I want them to want to get into growing, not just because I want you to grow stuff. I'm talking to you about it because I know the benefits of it. I've been there, so I don't know if you can call it a manipulation, but I'm definitely, whenever I'm talking to somebody about a garden, I'm definitely encouraging them to create their own garden. I'm not just telling them because I want to tell about my gardening. I'm telling you about it because I want you to experience the same thing that I'm experiencing. So that's why I talk about it everywhere I go, and it get more exciting every time somebody say, I'm gonna start me a garden. Ooh, I get very excited because the stuff that you grow for yourself ain't no comparison. You would think you've been eating something foreign the whole time if you grow your own stuff. I know that. I had to learn how to let go. Just let some of my plants that did wait a minute, I can't see, this little thing is in the way. Some of my plants that didn't make it. KS, I understand absolutely what you're talking about. It's hard to let go of it sometimes, but the more you do it, and oh my goodness, what you just said, KS, see my mind be thinking like this. Did reread what you just wrote, what you just typed. You said, I had to learn how to let go. Ain't that something amazing that you can tie to your garden? Ain't that something amazing? You had to learn how to let go. Miss Coffee. Hey, hey, hey. Um, letting go especially when something has went on and passed away. You can tie that to your garden. And guess what? The next time you have a plant that does not make it, ain't that encouraging to go and pull that plant out and say, this is me letting go, and put that thing, what you want to let go of, in the place of this thing that I'm snatching out of the garden. It didn't make it, but I got an opportunity to put another seed into the ground and create something else. Look at that, KS. You see how you just said that, and we just go ahead and mix that right on up and make it make sense with our garden. See, we growing over here. We growing over here. I had to learn how to let go. Man, that's a good one. And let me tell you something. I had to learn that too. Right here on that 1 week I was talking about having failures out in the garden, showing y'all my failures. I show you the nice things or whatever. I'm gonna show you the things that don't make it either. And I said I love the squash and zucchini, but when I see my squash and zucchini getting ready to die, I was like, oh man. I was like, I don't want to really show this to him. But yes, this is life with Tashana. So I got to show you over here that sometimes these things, certain things in your life, die out for you to be able to move forward. You don't need it. I was able to let go. Okay, we ain't gonna even waste no time. We gonna pull it up from here. Ain't no use in crying over this. It's done. Let's pull it up. We chopped that dirt up right there on that day, and we put more carrots. We planted carrots in that place with the quickness. Hi everybody that came in. I'm sorry, I'm doing my babbling on. No, I'm not sorry, but y'all know I'm doing my babbling on. So I didn't see but yeah, KS, that was a good one. Being able to let go. Just got that grand out of here. There you go, Miss Coffee. You on grand duty. Mine was just over trying to catch my chicken in the box. Got that little hand in the box, just chasing after him with his hand. So yeah, y'all, being able to let go of things that yeah, that was growth. That was growth in everything. What about stuff that stress us out? Now, the stress of me going back out there, I'm stressing about even going back to the garden, because y'all already know, and I keep on talking about it over and over again because that's all I can think about. That's the season that we in. We ain't all into we not all everything over here is not about the garden, but right now that's the season that we in. But we have all kinds of talks, and whatever we talking about, we tie them to the garden so we can learn how, you can put names on things. This is one of the things that I tell somebody, right? If you want to remember something, but you always being forgetful of something, and you want to set yourself up to be successful at it, right? Say if you got some post-it notes, we can tie this part to, like, I put little sections on the on my thumbnail, and one was happiness, growth, stress, and what was the other one? Child, y'all, I done forgot what the other one was, and I made the thumbnail. But it was happiness, growth. I remember it after a while, y'all. I tell y'all then. But now I done lost my whole train of thought. Miss Coffee, y'all know how I am. What I was just saying. Hey Albert Miranda, how y'all doing tonight? Y'all know I have so many things going on in my mind at one time, and I sometimes I get thrown off track whenever I see something. So that's why I just keep babbling on, and I don't say a whole lot to the people in the chat because I get lost, and some things that people say in the chat will make me think about something else that I want to say. So I'll be thinking of a whole lot of things to say all at one time. So I'll be losing my spot. Girl, what you was talking about? just humans go out. I know I was talking about time, whatever I was just talking about to growth. Um, hmm. Let me see. Whew, I hate when I do that. And now I'm like fishing for what I was just talking about. Just well, anywho, it's so many things that I be wanting to say and then thinking about, girl, is you ready to go down that line yet, or or not? I have a lot of things, a lot of things to think about. So let's see. Um so KS, what all are you growing? Do you grow on the outside, or are you growing on the inside? Well, and tying that to yourself too at the same time. But let me see. Oh, I hate when I lose my train of thought because I'm trying so hard to think about that, but all the other thoughts that I got too is trying to come back at the same time. So I'm battling with my own self. Oh, okay. Growing on the outside. Okay, I know what I can remember what I was talking about now. I was telling y'all about my thought of going back out to the garden, the stress, the I think was the stress of going out there to get back to the garden because the snake was there. Um and I know what the next day is going to be like. But how can I can grow in that way, have growth in that way by facing it and going out there and working through it. I know every 5 seconds, everything that, and see now, then I'll go be ready to do some extra work because now I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna want every piece of grass down so I can see every situation. Now I put extra stress on myself to be able to have growth in that area, to be able to not let the snake run me out of my garden. So it's a whole bunch of things that I'm doing at one time, not just that one thing. I have tomatoes coming up now. Oh, okay then. I have tomatoes growing too. Yeah. Um we have peppers. But we growing peppers, and I do we do have the bell pepper. We do have the bell pepper plant, but the other pepper plant I don't even get to see it because it's over there like by the hog pens. What I really don't go over there in that area. So like that's more so like my husband area that he be in. Sometimes we travel over that way, but not too often. But he pick that stuff that's over there in the area because you do know, like we feed our hogs and stuff the fresh vegetables and stuff, especially like some that have the bad spots and stuff like that on. We feed it to the animals and stuff. Well, the animals will eat it and it will or they'll leave the seeds or something on the ground, and that stuff creates more things, so it starts to grow around in those areas. I have tomatoes coming up now, peppers, herbs, and etc. I just harvested my peaches. Oh my goodness, I planted a peach tree from the grocery store. Did you get your peach tree that it was already growing already, and or did you do it from seed? They are so good. Surprisingly, my collard greens still growing. My greens are still going. It turned into a big bush. Yeah, my greens are still growing real good too. But all of my lettuce, if you see all of my lettuce now, it's going to seed. So now that lettuce that I have there, I can finally clean that bed out and take that stuff. But as long as it's growing like little lettuce and stuff like that still on it, I pull those lettuces off of there and I feed them to the chickens because sometimes when they get to that stage, they kind of get bitter. start to taste a little bitter or whatever, but the chickens still love it or whatever. But sometimes I just leave them like they is, and I let them go to seed, and I let it drop the seed back in the same place. And even though I let them all the seeds drop inside of them, I will let I will plant something totally different in that garden. But guess what'll grow in the areas in between? Lettuce. So I let it go to seed so I can get my stuff. Y'all let some of your things go to seed so that you can get more seeds for the next season. Keep growing. We want to keep growing in real life. We got to plant real seeds. If it's somewhere you're trying to go, if you're trying to get a house, there's a seed you have to sow to be able to get a house. You want a car, there's a seed you have to sow. So allow your plants to go to seed so that your plants can pour back into you and you can spread out. You know, in real life. um, we got it from Home Depot as a baby tree. Oh, okay then. Um, I was at the time when we got our peach tree, I was into figuring out what all can what all can grow. I can grow from the grocery store without going to pay for the tree. Okay, I just look at it as okay, we already went and bought the fruit and stuff from the store. So let's see what we can do with it versus going to buy it. Because one time we bought a peach tree and I think a lemon tree or something. But anyways, we had a bad storm one year and like the water came and it like drowned everything out. And I guess the peach tree was like it didn't like all of that water or whatever. I think they grow better in like clay like areas and stuff like that. But we have a peach tree here. And we had a hurricane that year and the water was and it just like rotted the plant out or whatever. It didn't work. So I was just like, I ain't finna buy another one. And I put, we cracked the hard shell of the peach, and I wrapped it in a paper towel and put it in a sandwich bag and stuck it in the door of the refrigerator. And a couple of weeks later, it actually had leaves on. It had the leaves on it already growing inside of the refrigerator. And I was like, oh my goodness, we got a peach tree going in there. And I just kept on doing it, kept on doing it. And after a while, I had about 4 peach trees. Two of them died, and then I got one big one and one smaller one. But they've never fruited before. So I'm looking forward to the year that they're gonna do it. Now we don't had them for 2 years now. So I'm ready to see. And the one that we had paid for never got the size that we that they are right now. Never got to that size. So, I'm excited about that. And just if you don't know nothing about growing anything, how can you go wrong? How can you grow wrong? If you already paying for something, but you ain't fully utilizing it. I mean, go make your money work for you. Make your food work for you. You go buy food, grow some more food with that food. Going down the food chain. And like I said too, anybody can create that dump garden. You can throw your stuff into just a little random bed or a pot of whatever you got. A bin, make a bin, put a bag of soil in it, throw stuff in there, see what it gonna do. Maybe it'll grow something. It don't have to be nothing fancy. Get you a bin, stick a sweet potato down in that bin, leave it, and watch. You'll come back, and if you plant it in a certain kind of container, you'll be able to see the sweet potatoes growing inside of there. I've seen people do it. You get a clear bin and you watch the sweet potatoes grow, and they do a time lapse of the sweet potato growing in the box. It definitely can be done. But the stresses, you go in, that can be a stress, going out in your garden and you seeing that you know like I saw the tomatoes, a couple of the tomato plants are out there dying. You went out there and you done all of that work to go and walk out there and you see like your plants are withering away. I still haven't figured out what's happening with some of my tomato plants. I mean, they just leaning over and going away. But it's a stress, but then again, it's not a stress because I can go out there and I can look and see. I still have more seeds that I can plant down there. We've been harvesting tomatoes. They making salads and all kinds of stuff. Fried green tomatoes. So the tomatoes are doing well. I can take more seeds from those and replant more of them. But still, the work that you've already put into the ones that are already there in the ground is still like a little bit of a stress up. And I'm learning to go out in the garden, because when you've learned to let everything stress you out in life, I do everything in all my might not to go out in my garden and get more stressed out about what's going on out there. It's like I can look at it and say, okay, if I'm out there and I got 60 tomato plants, why am I going to cry about the 4 or 5 that didn't make it when I got still 50 more over there growing? Pull it up, get you another seed and stick it in the ground and keep on moving. Now, if you got 1 or 2, still don't let it get you down. It don't mean anything. Where the problem come in at is when you don't try, you give up trying on yourself. There's going to be a lot of errors. Same way in real life, we have errors, things that we wish that we did not do. But if you done it, there was a reason that you did it, and there was a lesson in it, and you either learn, I'm gonna do that again, or I definitely won't be doing that again. One way or the other. But when I go out there, I try to look at everything, and you be like, shoot, what is happening to my stuff or whatever? And it's just like, well, I ain't gonna even worry about it. I'll just go and grab me something else and I'm gonna put it in place. I'm gonna come up with a solution for it right then instead of letting it take over me. Now, can I do that all the time? Sometimes I walk out there and see stuff and I get frustrated about it. So I'm gonna go and tell my husband or call somebody on the phone and talk to them about the garden or whatever, and they can say, well, I was having that same problem. And this is what I did to, not have that problem. And so I was able to get the information that I needed to switch it up, or somebody can give me a solution for fixing it instead of staying like in that stressful place. So the garden can also teach you about, a whole bunch of different things. Growth, all of these things that I had in my thumbnail, the growth, the stressing, and it can bring you a whole lot of happiness. A whole lot of happiness. Man, you know what it's like to stick a seed in the ground and see it come to fruition, which is the same thing that I'm saying, because some people get into things. So we use the house or the cars or whatever in place. It's like you put this thing here, but there's a seed that you have to sow into it to be able to get those things. So then if you plant the seed and then you end up getting that house and that car that you've been looking for, it's the same thing. That's your harvest after you done put in the work or whatever to get what it is that you want. So that's how I look at the garden. I tie things in my garden as to what I want to. And I take care of my garden as I want to. It's like a sign of, okay, oh, you just going to let your dream fall to the, oh, you going to let your house fall to the side over there? You ain't going to take care of me over here? So my plant is encouraging me, because if I'm using this plant as the manifestation of where it is that I'm heading, I'm going to take care of, I'm going to baby the dream that I done built over here by watching this plant. And if I do something wrong, I'm going to pull it up and I'm going to replant it again, because this time I'm going to do it different and I'm going to make it happen the right way. So that's what I mean. If I'm making sense to anybody about how I'm explaining how to tie your garden to yourself so you can grow along with your garden. You know what I'm saying? And all at the same time, be able to feed you and your family, or be able to trade with somebody whenever you're in need or whatever. You know, gotta, we, even if it don't fall down to us getting ready to have problems, which I already know, there is going to be some problems that present themselves to us very, very soon. I just know it. Um, Call me a liar later. Um, and maybe it's not going to crash so hard on us. And what if it doesn't crash real hard on us, but it's waiting for our kids in the future? So if we the ones teaching the kids how to do all of the things that they need to do, because things ain't getting no better in this world. They getting worse and worse every day. So if we want our kids to be able to learn how to do those things, we have to show them how to do them now. So we have to be showing them to us, instead of sitting here and saying, "Oh, that stuff ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen." No, you know, if they speaking of it, it's somewhere coming around the bend. They done told us lies about a whole bunch of stuff ain't gonna happen. And what happened? All of it end up happening. So, at least if we don't need it for us, at least it'll be something we'll be teaching our kids and everything, to pass down the line. And kids get very excited when they start to see the stuff that they done planted grow. Um, it do a lot for them. So sometimes I don't make my kids all the time get out in the garden with me, because most of the time when I'm doing my garden and my kids are in school. And on the weekend, yes, I'm absolutely out in the garden. Um, and you know what? Even today, I went and got out, and the good Lord took care of my garden for me today, because I ain't have to water no nothing, because the rain sure fell down today while I was away having myself a good time. Hey, Shauna. I like being able to call somebody else. I got a whole nother Shauna in here. But I went and had me a good time, and watered. I sprinkled my own self. Went and had a good time. Going and do my own thing, and making somebody else have a beautiful day. Um, my garden got watered for me, so I didn't even have to come home, and I didn't have to come home and do nothing to the garden. So I haven't even seen it today. So we'll be seeing it together tomorrow. But I don't know if anybody in here that's here has started growing anything, or you got something that you may be seeing today and you wanted to talk about it or whatever. Over here we talk about anything. This is a safe chat. You can ask anything, but please make it make sense. If you're gonna ask anything or whatever, any questions you got, this is just a talk night. I'm just talking about the things that been on my mind, but the conversation can change easily with something being said in the chat. But if anybody wanted to come up and like you got plants or something that you wanted to show to see if like you got questions about it, I'm not no professional now. I'm not no professional, but I know how to grow some food, and I know how to recognize some things that's happening with some plants. Like I'm looking at my plants over here, and my leaves curling up. So I know that let me know that I'm doing too much uh in one area, but I gotta figure out which way it is, because there's one way when the leaf curls backwards, and it's one thing when the leaf curls the other way. And is one of the reasons the leaf curls that I know is because it's not getting enough water. Now, in this case, I don't know because I water them every day. But this is my first time growing on the inside. Listen to that. You heard what I said, growing on the inside. Mm, that's a different thought right there. We growing on the inside, Miss Coffee. On the inside. Ain't that something? They say sometimes something can look good on the outside and the inside be just as rotten as can be. But we growing on the inside and the outside at the same time. At the same time. My client on my nerves right now. Hard headed. You always got to have one somewhere. That could just be the yeah, Miss Coffee, that those a romaine will look very lumpy and bumpy in the beginning time. They will they known for that because you know when you get to that center is like real like compact and crunchy. My romaine don't never get the chance to like come to a full head because I'm telling you, as the more my lettuce go, I go outside and I pull off all the bottom leaves on it. I pull off all of those leaves and stuff from off of those areas. But yeah, people just been saying there's been some little catchy things here that is like, ooh, that one right there is good right there. But growing on the inside, honey, that's one. I got to why I can't even see this little thing. You ever be in the chat and then that little heart thing be in the the little button that you can push, the I guess like the say like you love what the person's saying or something like that. You ever be trying to read something and that thing be in the way? And I ain't that versed because let me tell you something. I used to watch stuff here on YouTube, but I never knew that. I don't know what I thought the chat was for. I don't know what I thought the chat was for. I just felt like I can't be reading what they talking about in the chat and watching what they talking about at the same time. So I never got into the chat ever. I only been on YouTube. I want to say about 5-6 years, maybe. And your girl just figuring out not very long that everything be happening in the chat, but I can't keep up. I have a hard time keeping up with the chat in here, but it's hard for me to focus on what's going on up here and what's going on down here. The chat is crazy, but that little heart thing, I'll be like, you can't even see what it's saying. You can't move it nowhere. It just be blocking whatever's there. And you kind of got to wait for the next person. You got to wait for the next person to type something in the chat for it to move up so you can actually read the whole thing. So I don't know what made YouTube like put that little dot right there. It's aggravating to not be able to see. I'm pretty sure it means something. But I just wanted to say that thing be in the way of when you trying to say that. Y'all hear that, YouTube? In the way. But yeah, I love the sound of we're growing on the inside. I truly believe that I'm here to encourage, manipulate, whatever words you wanna call it. Um and essentially all I'm doing is asking somebody to be willing to grow. Not grow me, grow your own self. Grow your own self. That's what I'm doing. And I just love the way that people get into it and it starts to encourage themselves. One of my niece was like ready, she was ready to pull some of her stuff up out of her gun. She was like, Auntie, I'm just pull these pineapples up because I'm sick of looking at them or whatever. And I tell you, and I get like that too. When I feel like something is not working right for me, I'll be ready to snatch it up out of there and like do whatever with it. And I just be like, And watch, when I pull it up, something else, it's gonna start growing when I put something else in the soil. And that's what happened every time, especially when you're impatient. There go another thing. The garden can teach you how to have patience. I can't even tell you. If you want to grow strawberries, you have to have patience to get those little sweet red succulent things. It ain't a problem once you get them to growing. But to start them to growing, you have to have patience. The garden can teach us about a whole lot of things. A lot. And so whenever I'm talking to somebody about the garden, you absolutely correct. I am trying to put you in the headlock, pull you on, reel you on in with the fishing pole. I'm trying to pull you on in there. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, come on and grow. Come on and grow. I mean, you can't lose. The only way you can lose is by giving up on it. I tell you what, let that seed break through the soil. You heard what I said? Breakthrough. What if your seed coming through the soil is your breakthrough? What if? I told you we keep on talking, then I'm going to be blabbing out a whole bunch of things. What if you stick a seed into the ground and the minute that seed breaks through the ground, what if that represents your breakthrough? Because I said over here, we tie in what we do in the garden to our real life. Real life. Make me want to plant some seeds tomorrow so I can see it when it break through the soil. I might get me a breakthrough planting something. That just put a smile on my face right there to even think about that. What if the next seed you put into the ground is your breakthrough for whatever it is that you're looking for? You scared to plant the seed? Miss Yo Thought said if you just get the seeds and take them and sling them out there in the garden, tomorrow morning I need to look for, because remember the other week we went out there, we said, let's sling these seeds out here in the yard and just see what they gonna do. We're going to go and check it out tomorrow to see if we see any evidence of one might be coming. Sometimes we be done went out there and cut over the yard and everything, and we probably be done cut some things up. But once we recognize that, oh, it's a sunflower growing right over there, so watch it when you cut around. We actually, if we have stuff growing in random place, we'll pull out the push lawnmower to mow around it to allow it to grow in weird places. I done showed y'all different places where stuff just start to come up. I love the times when stuff be planted and we get this harvest of stuff that we did not even plant. We reaping benefits of something. We planted watermelon over there in the corner 3 years ago, but because a watermelon broke over there and the season ain't been right, the weather ain't been right, that watermelon seed been over there laying dormant forever, and the next thing you know, on your fence line, you got watermelon growing over there. That's what you call increase. You ain't have to do nothing for it. It's just over there randomly growing. I got 2 under clutches day. Yep, a mod's nightmare. Blocks the 2 dots. Yep. They going in the dump bag. Okay. Them okra said boom. Yeah. The overflow. Yes. Okay, then the overflow. Miss Coffee, did you got blooms on your did you start to get blooms on yours yet? The blooms on an okra plant, I mean, that thing is so pretty when you go out there in the morning. I mean, it's, I think they call it like morning glory or something like that. Try listen to that even. Morning glory. Y'all, come on now. Put you some seeds in the ground. What you waiting on to grow? You don't want to grow? You don't want to grow? I hope my watermelon seed pop up this year. They got, oh man, next year, they got flooded away. Oh man, too bad it didn't wait until they was actually there, because watermelon would love some water. But sometimes, what, watermelon is so funny. They like a lot of water, but if you give them too much water at one time, you can make them bust. You can make them bust. But guess what? If you make a watermelon crack open, if you go out there and you looking at it and you investigating it as it grow, just because it busts, don't mean you can't eat it. You can start to see it split when it first start to split. Also, that's a warning that you might want to slow down on your watering. With your plants speak to you. You just gotta know, um what they doing. But I hope you get them all too this year, that they do their thing for you this year, Chona. And the thing is, you didn't give up on them. You gonna try it again, right? um Oka just Oka just popped up quicker than I thought. Not even a week. Oh, Miss Coffee. Uh-huh. What if that okra that popped the bud of seed mean Monday morning there's a breakthrough for you, girl? What if? I don't know nothing. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying, what if that okra seed popping through the soil, that was a breakthrough that you would know about Monday morning? I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know nothing. I'm just talking, girl. I'm just talking. I planted honeydew melon seeds from the one I bought. They bloom. Oh, good. See, you bought one from you bought a honeydew from the store. Are you saying that you bought the honeydew from the store and then you planted it, or you bought the seeds? All right, Miss Coffee. I paid a lot for them seeds. We had a rainstorm. What kind of watermelon you had planted when they floated away like that? So these people over here having them a heyday at this racetrack. It's loud, loud, loud. I don't know if y'all can hear like a whole bunch of booming sound, like a bunch of fireworks or whatever coming out. I probably can hear better than y'all can. A red seeded melon. Uh, I ain't never heard of that before. But guess what, y'all? The watermelon that I got out there in the garden, I don't know what kind of watermelon they is. They could be those the little personal size watermelons. It could be those. It could be a mixture of different kind over there. I don't know what kind I have over there, but you know what I do know? I know they watermelon. I don't even care anyways. I don't even eat watermelon. My kids eat them, and it don't matter. They growing right there by each other. As long as they getting that fertilizer and that water, they growing. They look good, and they already have watermelon on them. The biggest one that I seen was, about this size, the size of my eye right about now. But it's quite a bit of them on there, and a day make a difference when you talk about the garden. So, y'all hear that noise? You would think I live like right next to the right next door to the racetrack. Can y'all hear that? Y'all know when them cars be at the racetrack and they be blowing all them flames out the back of the car, and they be making them things be making so much noise. It sounds like a lion be roaring when they be doing it. But you can hear that. You can hear that at the racetrack when I'm out here where we live at. They be getting it out though. I mean, it's loud. Them flames that them cars be shooting out the back of them, that thing makes so much noise. Oh, well, I planted some white flesh watermelon. Oh, they just sprouted. Okay, then. Y'all ever seen when they be when they be putting the watermelon inside of the boxes and make them change their shape when you grow them inside the box like that? No, that's not thunder. That it has been raining over here a lot. It rained a lot today, but that's not rain. That's the we got a like the places where there's a race track over here. Where they race cars and they do drag racing and all of that kind of stuff like that. Like Daytona 500 and stuff like that. They got something that's like that over here. And I guess they doing like drag racing, and so when them cars be shooting them big trucks be shooting them flames out the back of them, and I guess they use like that jet fuel and stuff like that. They just make a whole bunch of noise, and it's more than I say, it's like about 2 miles, it's probably about 2 miles away from me, maybe. If that far. So it ain't that far, but it make a lot of noise. But no, it's not thunder. Oh, that's cool. Race. Yeah, race cars. Yeah, the people over here, they love it here in Florida. They love the race cars and all of that stuff. I watch them every now and then on the TV, but I don't think I'm going to none of them places. I wanted to be a race car driver when I was young. That made me think of the first time I seen when Danica Patrick started driving race cars. I was excited. Oh my gosh. And women could have been driving race cars before then. It's just I ain't know it. But Danica Patrick was the first woman that I know was driving race cars like that on TV. Well, at least that's what I know. But y'all naming a whole bunch of different watermelons. I never heard of white flesh. I done seen a white flesh peach and I tried it too, but I ain't like it. I ain't really like it unless I got it from the grocery store. So if y'all know a better place to try one from, but I really didn't like that. I really didn't like that one. If I am playing some video, Albert, I'm trying to read your comment, but this little thing, this thing blocking your comment, and I'm trying to read it with all of my might, but it's blocking this one word. Let me look over here on this part over here, because I'm looking from two different places. The video games I play. If I am playing some video games, I play some. Albert, you talking? Hey, if it's a race car game, I get on there and play it. It's just like with my mom. My mom used to be I used to hate video games, but my mom and them used to love Pac-Man and the racing. Oh, and I loved Frogger. Frogger was my game. And you all know about a few years back, they came back out with the Atari, like this little thing where now see, we over here talking about gaming. Albert done switched us to a gaming talk. We talk about race cars, now we on to gaming. Okay, this life with Tashana. We had the Atari back in the days. You gotta, what age bracket you gotta be in to know about the Atari back in the days. But a while back they released this thing that had all the Atari games in one. It was like 100 games on them. And we got all of those games back. I mean, it was hard to break away from that video game after not having it for a long time, and then all of a sudden it showed up. So yeah, it was fun to have all of those games back again. I used to ride the go-karts all day, every day. Oh, when the fair came around, that was the ride right there. You definitely got to get in some bumping cars or get on the race cars or whatever. Now you ain't finna. I ain't getting on nothing at the fair. I don't trust none. I don't trust none of that stuff. None of it. Even listen, they over here they do this thing like grad night and stuff like that for even like the middle school kids and stuff like that. Like they have these big days. It'd be like they go to not Wedding Wild. I don't even think they got Wedding Wild no more. But they go like to Universal Studios and stuff like that when they changing classes and stuff. When they get ready to go on them trips and stuff, my kids can see the and I don't want to call it, they can see the concern in my face because y'all hear that? I told you we live over here by everything. We live over here by where they launch the space shuttle at. Every now and then y'all see me go live. The space shuttle they launch not the space shuttle, but they launch rockets and stuff like that over here all the time. And they are so pretty at nighttime. So sometimes I'll just fire up the live. But we've been getting one like every other day for the past 2 or 3 weeks. And so now I'm just like, man, bump that thing going off. Ain't nobody people pay to come over here or travel from out of town or whatever to come over here to this place to watch these shuttles and stuff go off and everything. And then sometimes they get over here and then none of the stuff, it don't never happen. And so they wasted their money to come and try and have this experience and everything. And so I try not to take it for granted that, girl, you got front row seat to see what people come and pay their money to come and experience. So now I can just walk out my door and see it. The racetrack is right there. It can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing, but it's right there. Um, yeah, there's so many things around us. But yeah, when my kids go to those kind of places, like I want to discourage them so bad not to get on any of the rides and stuff or whatever. But I also too don't want to take away like their experience or whatever. I mean, yeah. I just y'all go and have y'all fun or whatever, but y'all they already be knowing that mama don't be with that getting on all them rides and everything. I remember back in the days, boy, I used to love to get on that stuff. Not anymore. Not after all these incidents and stuff, especially here in Orlando. Oh, every time you turn around, it's something happening, something breaking over there, something snapping over there, and these people still be trusting all that stuff. Let me not be ruining nobody's stuff, because somebody might be trying to go on a trip or something, then I'm tripping over here about, going to get on those things over there. We gonna blame it on Albert Miranda for bringing that up over. No, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding with you. Don't blame Albert for anything. I'm just tripping. I always go off of the conversation we have it in the chat. I'm just playing with you. I used to ride the go-karts all day, every day. My friends worked there. Oh, you had the plug, Shauna. You had the plug. Now, Shauna, can you give me a quick recipe of how I'm supposed to do some bread? Because I think I could actually cook some collard greens tomorrow. Can you give me a quick recipe, like what I supposed to do with the bread? Is the recipe on the bag that I need to follow for the masa mix? Is it on the bag that I'm supposed to look at me? I already said that I don't be liking to read directions. It could have been right on the bag and I ain't take the time to read the bag. So you probably be like, girl, if all you had to do was look at the bag when you picked it up. picked it up and you could have seen that for yourself. But no, I have to go back and remember what did Shauna tell me that you told me to get masa mix, and I think that was all the directions you gave me from there. They make good whole cakes. Yes, whole cakes. And so now what do I need to do? Is the recipe on the bag? And tomorrow that may be what's for dinner. But y'all, I ain't need to drop no link or anything tonight. Nobody ain't need to show nothing. Anybody wanted to talk about something or bring anything, and I know it'd be so funny that every time I get ready to say this part and I get ready to go, then it'd be like this when one of my sisters or something to show up to come on to have the most random conversation right now at this time when I be like, okay, then I'm about to get ready to wind down now, and then boop, there she go, Pretty Brown done popped up in the chat, and she just come and got the random conversation. I'm like, yes, ma'am. Girl, call me on the phone when we get off here. I just feel like it's one of those days. Don't get me the line. Add water and bake it like a patty shake. Then fry, girl. Ooh. Okay then. I'm gonna look on the thing and see what it say. The little part that I did look at, it said, I know it said it made tortillas. Is what I think the last thing I said. But maybe I need to pull it down out the shelf. I ain't gonna pull it down out the shelf today because see, yesterday I spent yesterday baking for today's festivities all day yesterday. That's where I was all day yesterday baking. And I woke up this morning and I iced cupcakes for almost 3 hours. So I ain't pulling nothing down to read about no baking and no cooking tonight. So yeah, we'll pull it down in the morning and we'll figure out. I'm gonna see, can I um add warm water and make it like a patty shape and then fry it. Somebody said put warm water on your hand and keep to help it not stick. Not thin, but you'll need the consistency by seeing it. Okay, then I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at it too, and then I'm gonna look on. You know what too? I can Google and too and see how it is. But hopefully, I already when I had mentioned it, I just said I want to know is how other people make it, because I've been searching for like the way my grandma used to make them forever and a day. And that's like one of the recipes that nobody left behind for me. I get my mama's recipes and everything. I done made them so many times and everything, like all of her desserts and stuff like that. They're etched inside of my head. I've written them down and gave them to a couple of people that's, can keep it going down the line of the generations or whatever. There's ways that I've gotten it spread out. But for right now, my mind and everything is intact. I can remember all of the recipes and stuff by heart. So I haven't written that stuff down. And maybe I need to get to doing that type of stuff so then like my kids can pull that stuff out and write. But I only one of my daughters is into the one that I got still living at home is into the baking, but I got several kids that used to love to bake along with me too. So not thin, but you'll know the consistency by seeing it. Okay, then they're so easy. Okay, then I'm gonna let you know, and hopefully that like this be the one. I hope it is the one. Like I done tried the buttermilk cornmeal and all of those different kinds of things and everything. And I'm just, I'm in search of, ain't nothing like some of the things that grandma make for you. I confirmed with my mom in law. Okay, then we got that little crazy thing hiding your comment again. Let me look around the thing. My mom in law to be sure it's only adding. Oh y'all, I'm so sorry. I confirmed with my mama in law to be. Surely it's only adding warm water, Shauna. All right, then that's easy. That sound easy. We just add warm water to it. Okay, let's go then. That gotta be easy. So then I'll get up in the morning and put me on some I don't know. Y'all know I be I have to get up and feel the moment. Am I gonna cook some collard greens with some turkey wings in it? Or am I gonna put some smoked pigtails in it? Or some smoked neck bones? It's it's always be one of them. It's by like the mood that I be in. But we gonna make some greens tomorrow and some whole cakes. um Tell mother-in-law thank you. That's good, Shauna. Be playing video games and racing cars. I'm going to buy me some Monster Mix too. All right, then. Go on here to get you some. Hey, Shay. How you doing? The kids say you talk too much. The kids say you talking too much. I'm talking about your little friend that we done named after you. They said, "Oh God, because we took them from we bought once she don't got her little friend no more. We had to bring her in the house, and so she can be around us. And we still ain't got no more chickens ain't had. So I think y'all, I think this is something that we gonna be able to say we failed at the incubating the chickens out here in the shed. I think the incubator need to be in a climate controlled area. So I don't think any of these eggs are gonna hatch. They should have been hatched a long time ago. So now we look at it as a loss of we lost like a dozen and a half of eggs, um, for trying to do it in a different area. Now you talking. Yes, and you know what? Y'all that use smoked pigtails, do y'all have to have the pigtail that got the little curve at the end of it? Is that the kind that y'all gotta have? All right. I gotta pick one. Um Tell Shay to be nice. I'm gonna tell her. I just told them they don't know how to get them to cause see, they got their morning and they got their night too, right? But if you got them inside the house and you got the light on and the light is right above where they at, they gonna be up chirping all day long. They just chirp, 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 and the kids is like, "Oh my gosh, can she shut up already?" I was like, "Y'all stop talking to Shay like that." We allow people to talk over here. But I told them that what you have to do is like you want them to quiet down. You have to get rid of the lights. The lights is what the sun rising up. The light is like mimicking the sun for them right now. So as long as that sun up, that's all they do is they up and they're moving around as the sun come up. That's what the rooster is up crowing in the morning time. They up long as that sun is up. As soon as the sun start to go down and it starts to darken, then they all get in they respectable places, position themselves for rest for the night, and they don't really move unless something is there distracting them. And when something distract the chicken at nighttime from their sleep, you talking about some noise that they start making. When all of them get together, it ain't one that go off. It set off the whole chain of event with all 40 of them out there cackling together, making the loudest of noise ever. They let you know when somebody bothering with them. They definitely let you know. But I told them, if you want her to quiet down, You need to cover the top with a dark towel and mimic the nighttime, and she will get quiet. My daughter go in and put the towel over the top of her, and she instantly, her chirp went from beep, 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 like her battery died. Like her battery died real quick. And my daughter's like, oh, she got quiet quick. I said, yeah, she, now you've turned day into night. She said it's bedtime, just that quick. Smoked pigtails used to be jamming, but I mostly use smoked turkey ring. I do too, and listen now, Shauna, that's a process all in its own, right? Because I remember back in the days, me and my auntie, when my mama would be cooking the smoked pigtails, like they put the pigtails on and boil them and stuff, put all the seasoning stuff in the pot, and then they put the greens in there, right? When the greens get in there and they get halfway done, see, me and my auntie used to be in the kitchen. My auntie used to bring me in there with her, and she used to be stealing the pigtails out the pot. And so being that I would be in there to see it when she was stealing them, she'll break me off a little piece and, here you go. So then you get tired on that. And then, that's what you used to eat all the time. And then you grow up and then you know that, that stuff ain't necessarily that healthy for you. And you be like, child, ain't nobody got time for that. It's like, we got to switch it up. So for the most part, I be trying to get to the turkey thing and do them like, the healthy way. And sometimes it be speaking to me like, girl, don't do the pork today. Do not put the pork in the greens. Go ahead and put that turkey in there. And, once I do cook them that way, I do feel good about me, switching it up. But, when you grew up that way, and you know what, them smoked pigtails with the tip on the end of it, only the one with the tip. I'm real specific. I need the tip on the end of, the one that look like you. Girl, let me shut up. Anyways, that's the part that I like. You don't know how to right. That's a meal its own self. You don't need to put nothing else on the side of it. No, none of that, right? No, none of that. Or sometimes too. Now, this is something I don't hardly ever use, but a ham hock. But every now and then I get an urge to, you know what, I'm going to get a ham hock this time and I'm going to put it in. Y'all already know when you know, they start telling you all these different things ain't no good for you, whatever. So you try to break away from them, like try and switch them up or whatever. But honey child, when it's good, it's just good. You got to go back, you got to slide, not backslide, but slide back a little bit. Slide back a little bit and go back and revisit, and then like, okay, then I'll see you in about 2 more months from now, but let me go back over here to this turkey. So you know how I be in there. Then you used to doing fried chicken, you try to revert, you try to leave that alone and go. But you know what, point blank period, I'm about like my husband now, and somebody else told me before, girl, you done started this chicken thing. Watch, you gonna end up not even liking chicken no more. And guess what's happening? I feel like I don't be liking chicken like that. I don't be liking chicken like that. And I'm like, wait a minute. Am I doing this to myself, or is this actually happening? Somebody actually told me, girl, I think you gonna get discouraged, because like we was thinking on the same things. Like, if it girl, what you do with the chickens when it rain outside, or when a storm come? I just bust out laughing when they said it, because I'm like, I know they thinking the same thing I think, because when we first got the chickens for the first time, and a hurricane was coming, I went right to my husband. I was like, what we gonna do about the chickens? Because the storm. He say, oh, I know you ain't thinking we about to bring no chickens up in the house. That's exactly what I'm thinking. He was like, we ain't gonna do nothing with the chicken. The chicken gonna stay out there in their pen or whatever. They gonna be all right. I was like, in my mind, the turmoil that was going through my mind was like, no, they're gonna get hurt. And then he had to remind me, it's like, okay, then What about the chickens over there at the library over in because here in Orlando, they're in this place called Oviedo. Oviedo is very, very, very nice place. Even they were talking at one point, Usher was supposed to be buying a house over there. We used to live over there in that area. And they have a library over in Oviedo. And I promise you, if you look up the library in Oviedo, Florida, you will see chickens, pictures of chickens somewhere at that library. You can't tell me you can't go to that library and look up some of their pictures and not find a chicken in one of those library pictures. The chickens are actually protected over there. You're not allowed to, you can't run them over. You might get a ticket. They actually have chicken crossings over there. The chickens are protected. So my husband was like, well, what those chickens over there do when the storm comes? Oh, I never thought about it in that way. But just for me to even be thinking that, it was like, and it is something else when, child, I don't know, I'm not, I pray over my when we go into a slaughter, and I know y'all know what that means. When we go to slaughter, I actually pray and give thanks for we took care of them, and now they're gonna be in return take care of us and feed us or whatever. So I'm grateful in those types of ways. So it's like, do I want to keep doing that? Because it in the beginning, it is very weird to go there, to go to the process and plan. I even hate to call it the slaughter place. Even when you go there, it's kind of eerie to go there with the chickens you put your time in. You fed them and everything to come back with them, and now they dinner. So it's like, and which is even though I'm making all of those faces, it's like it's the craziest thing. The only thing is we do it all the time. It's just we don't get to experience the entire process. See, what y'all just experience is, if you eat chicken, it starts off as this egg. We put it in the incubator, and now y'all see that we have a baby chicken. That's the process of the chicken. We just don't get to experience it every day and to see it. But to actually live it and to see it, I do feel like it is changing my mind a little bit. But I also like the benefits of knowing that I know what my chicken's been eating. I know what's being pumped through their veins. I know what ain't being pumped through their veins. The one thing you don't know is, see, I know what my chickens went through, and we could call it hell. But I bet you don't know the hell that your chicken went through before it got into that package that you got. So, in that way, yes, it's a benefit. Was she right by asking, girl, you think you're gonna be able to do that? You think you're gonna be? I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but I know one thing: even if I don't won't eat it, which means that I just won't eat chicken at all. I haven't stopped eating chicken, but I know that I'm getting to a place where I'm not really interested. I've never really been interested in chicken like that anyways, unless it's a chicken wing, and y'all already know that's the most expensive thing on the chicken. It's a wing. But I'm getting to a place where it's like I don't really enjoy it like that. So, maybe she was right. Girl, you're gonna end up becoming a vegan. Possibly. Not yet though. I still want my pigtails. A meal of this stuff. Yes, the doctor said I I have to chill. Yeah, they always saying something. You know, I'll be trying. You know, but they fix one thing with one way and then tell something in another way or whatever. And I ain't trying to tear up anything, girl. I done been there, done it. My A1C levels was out of whack, and they been a whole lot better. Well, they never really been out of whack. I've only been pre-diabetic, but I don't want it because I've been gestational before, and I've actually had to do the insulin and all of that stuff right there. So, I don't want to have to go through all of that stuff. And it's definitely something that's in our family. You know, my grandma them experienced it, and all of that not good stuff. But you know, it's definitely there. My dad, even on my dad's side of the family, they all experience it. And so, you know, when the doctors say you gotta chill, we gotta chill. And I wouldn't discourage anybody from taking no medicine and everything, but y'all already know they give us a medicine that fix one thing, and you already know something else that medicine gonna kick something else in effect, even if it's just to give you you ain't going to the bathroom the way you used to go to the bathroom before. It gonna switch up something. But you know, you all, I had again, I said I didn't make a commitment, but I'm still pushing forward like I did for last month. Come on and say hello every day. Hey, how y'all doing? Because this life with Tashana over here. And then if I ain't coming over here, does that mean I ain't living life because I didn't come on? So no, I want to come on and show life is happening over here. We are growing. Thank you all for coming through and sharing your time with Life with Tashana, because you could have been anywhere you wanted to be, but you decided to come over and spend it with me. And I appreciate you for that. Over here where we are the high class gardeners. And that just means we are in the garden and we tying the two things together. What makes us high class is we don't play with no worms, no snakes, and no bugs. And that's in real life. You know, we tying those things to real people, those things that be in the garden, you know, like them snakes that been chasing after me. I want you to know I see you. I see you coming for me. I got all the warnings. Y'all know we've been watching, but we high class gardeners over here, and we gonna continue to go and grow together. Until next time, high class gardeners, y'all have a great night, and we'll see what Sunday morning gonna bring. Y'all have a good night. Thanks again for coming through, and don't forget to hit the like button and share with somebody. Bring somebody in. You know, tell them about the high class garden over here, how we be growing and stuff over here. Tell them about it. But we'll see y'all tomorrow, and then we gonna learn some other stuff then too. But next time, y'all have an amazing night. I'm gonna try to get that good sleep. What you told me, get me a good night's sleep. I'm gonna sure try and get it, Miss Coffee. Yes, I am. All right, y'all. Good night. I'll get out of here. Y'all don't be using StreamYard like that and stuff no more. But y'all know. Shauna be all up in the hood. All right, good night for real, y'all, this time. And I'm still here.